Okay, well that was a bummer. I guess we lost our video, so I'll just pick up where we left off. We're in the middle of our meditation. Okay. Well, oh well. So we're in the middle of the desert with our satchel, and everything that we need is inside there. Forgetting to resist against the sand, just going with it, going nice and slow. And then as you go up a dune, I want you to use your hands as well. But you're going to go really slow, because if you go too fast, you're digging yourself deeper and sliding back. So go nice and slow. And then when you make it up that one dune, I just want you to stay for a moment. You're going to feel the sun hitting your face, hitting your back a bit. Getting a little thirsty here, but you're going to hold off on using your water. That's assuming you brought water. You're going to bring yourself to a place where you think it's going to be different. So you're going to keep walking. You're getting pretty uncomfortable in the heat. I want you to find the place that you're like, it's going to be so different over here. And then I want you to get there and realize it's not real, just a mirage. Feel the momentary disappointment, the little fear that shoots up. And then you remember, I have my water. So take a few sips of water right here, feeling that reprieve. Good. I want you to start to meditate even in your mind's eye. So here you're going to come and just let yourself be in that moment of hot, really uncomfortable hot. The sun is beating down on you. You're starting to really sweat and really feel it. Your skin is very uncomfortable. Just be with it. And as soon as you get to feeling like you're really done, the sun is going to start to set. Remember that thing of warmth that I told you to bring? You're going to put that on. And you're going to realize that you have exactly what you need. So you're going to set up a small camp here and just hang out for a bit. You're not going to go to sleep. You're just going to listen to the sounds of the night, feeling the sand still between you, beneath you, supporting you, noticing how the sand completely supports your whole body. So you can lie down here using your warm object, whether it's a blanket or whatnot, and just calm yourself down into the sand, realizing that you went from extreme heat to coolness and you're still fine. Taking note of your adaptability, your willingness to change. And really focusing on listening now. Listen to any sounds that are around you. You might hear some insects, things shifting along in the sand. Or maybe it's just so quiet, all you can hear is your breath. And then I want you to just focus on inside. So inside of you, we have all these amazing, amazing resolves. We have all the answers to our questions. We have everything in there, right? So I want you to just hum here. Take a nice deep breath in and just start making some sound. It might take a few tries to get that going. And just allowing yourself to kind of buzz. It doesn't have to sound like Om. It doesn't have to sound like anything. Just a way to get the whole nervous system into one piece. And then take notice of what the body feels like, how it feels so different from that fight against movement, a fight against the sun, and then just releasing into the coolness. How much you can change things so fast. Now today I got to introduce somebody to energy work, and he got to, the first time, really experience this buzz that we're doing right now, this electricity that runs through the whole body and outside of the body. And when we were finished, he just said, I feel so much lighter, especially emotion from like his torso all the way above his head, especially from here to here. Feels so much lighter. And that's just because we moved things around. We shifted, we accepted what needs to be more worked on more. So here you have this opportunity to really settle into this imagery of the sand, settle into this cooling down of the earth beneath you, settle into this feeling of, I do have everything I need. I have everything I need. And now if you have something else in that satchel that you feel like you need at the moment, you'll take it out. Or maybe you've noticed that you've actually brought too much. You don't need any of that. If it's food, then you'll eat. Just noticing what you actually need. What do you need? So it's still really dark out, but it's just before the sun is coming up. And I want you to take your stuff, your little bit of stuff that you actually need, and you're going to notice now that your surroundings have changed, right? The place that you thought you were at is different. So notice where you're at. I'm not going to tell you. Notice where you've changed to. Notice now if there's anybody around. Remember, you only have what you need. So if their environment changed, do your needs change? I'm not saying yes or no, just saying what changes. Is there a major shift? Or are you just still able to just acknowledge where you're at? And if there are people around, are you guys all in big chatter, or you're just being silent or quiet, or just feeling your environment around you? What is it like to acknowledge you have everything you need? And what is it like to not resist those changes? Good. So come back into your body wherever you are. And let's just reflect upon what we just willingly guided ourselves through. the experience of not being comfortable, the experience of a challenge, a physical challenge that could cause a mental strain. We willingly packed our bags and very trustingly went through Vanessa's plan of not knowing where we were going. We felt extreme heat. As soon as we thought we were going to something that would be better, it wasn't really there. And that's one of the first things that we as humans do. We think something is going to be more ideal, so that's our focus. It's going to be more ideal. It's so much better over there. And then maybe we get there and it's like, this isn't really different nor better. And then you settle in and you start to finally release into it. Then something interesting happens when you release into it, right? You can just be, you can be present, and then before you even know it, there's changes around you. So then again, noticing what was necessary to bring through the change and what could you leave behind again. So if you're still with me, thanks, even though we lost the discussion part of our thing tonight. I guess I'll do a little bit of a recap after we sign off or something, but thanks for listening, and just pose the question to somebody this week, because you will be presented with the opportunity of, I hear what you're saying, and what do you think needs to change? Or who do you think needs to change? And then see if you can direct it back to them. What would it feel like if you changed this for yourself? Give them those questions. What would it feel like if you made that time for yourself? If you vocalized what you really feel like you need, right? What are you really carrying in your satchel? What do you really essentially need? And just ask some questions, because most people don't realize that they need that direction. All right, guys, so I'm going to talk to my community now. If you want to hang on, please do. It's nice to see you guys. How are my silent people who settled into that Facebook debacle? Kristen, I'm curious, especially after what we've done for you this week. How was that for you?
It was interesting. I had trouble getting into it, but then once I was in, when you asked if it was a different place, I was back in my garden.
Nice.
Right, but I had my back to the fountain. I was looking out the gate, the metal gate. I was looking out of it, and there were people outside. I didn't know them specifically. Like, I couldn't identify them.
Yeah.
But they were quiet. They were staring at me, and I was staring at them.
How did you feel with that interaction? Just being quiet?
It wasn't... Curiosity was probably the best word, but not bad or good.
Okay.
Just there.
That's cool. Anybody else want to share?
I was kind of like all over the place with the, okay. Like I'd get back into it and then I was doing my own thing.
Fine.
In the desert.
That in the beginning.
Yeah, it was weird, so.
You probably felt Facebook about to crap out. So you're like, okay, I'll just wait.
Huh?
So
even before that. So.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. You probably felt that was about to change things. So you're just like, okay, I'll just wander around. Wander around till you're ready. That's funny. Okay.
Yeah, I was like having fun climbing up the sand dunes, and then I decided to roll down them.
That's not resisting whatsoever. There you go.
There's always one. There's always one.
Yeah, that was the perfect way to not resist. Just roll down them. I know how to
That does sound
get
fun.
through this. I'm just gonna go,
Everyone
wee!
else is climbing. Carrie's got to roll.
Exactly. Just roll on down. I was kind of hoping that somebody would do that. I thought that would be really like, there you go, no resistance there. I'm just gonna roll on down. Whee! That's great. I love that.
And then I went to Belize.
Oh, nice.
That's where I ended up. I was like, well, that was surprising.
I think that's always like the fascinating part, right? Like if I give you that freedom, your mind is so willing to take that moment and go, yeah, here we go. Like now I'm in Belize. Perfect.
Like I've been listening to those like sleepy time stories, and
Yeah.
I think you are in Belize, so I think that's why I went there.
The ones on Calm?
That's
Yeah.
funny. That's funny.
There is one in Belize.
Yeah, I feel like I've listened to that many times.
Many times. That's great. How did you do, Mikey? He's out.
I think he's
He's
out.
gone.
You might be sleeping.
He might be sleeping. Welcome to Sunday nights where I put people to sleep. That sounds about right. That's great. That's so funny. Well, that's a shame that I lost the whole first part of the thing. All the discussion's gone. All right. Whatever.
No, it didn't save.
Oh no, it just literally ended. It closed Facebook and it wouldn't go back in. I had to shut off my phone.
Because
I don't think
Weird.
it's saved. I don't know.
Hold on.
All right.
I shared it. So does that mean if I try to share it, it won't play?
I don't know.
What? The first half is playing.
Okay.
So-
Maybe it's still there. Jeannie's like, oh no.
Yeah, it's there somewhere.
I don't know, Jeannie. I don't know if it's still there. We'll see what happens.
It should be.
I don't know. Facebook kicked me out.
Yeah, no, it's there.
I hope so. See if you can save it, just to make sure. Mikey.
Well, I have the link to it, and I texted the link to Patricia.
Oh.
I just opened it from the link just now.
Really cool. Gagsies. You want to share?
I'm doing it right now.
Jeannie's like, I'll just zoom next week. Yeah, sorry, Jeannie.
Can't hear you, Michael.
Mike's awake.
Mike,
Mikey.
yell at us.
Still can't hear you, Michael.
Why are you? You're not muted. Does it? What?
We can hear you a little bit now.
Did you call yourself a dumb baby? What are you saying?
I'll be right back.
All right.
My microphone messed up.
That's better.
No. Yeah, now we hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. Did you get to see anything fun?
Really bad at I don't know how to do it well.
You're doing a fantastic job, my friend.
Thank you.
Did you get to go into the meditation? How did you feel?
I was very relaxed. It was lovely.
Ooh, did you have? Did you roll down the the dunes like Carrie, or did you climb up them so slowly?
I kind of ended up at Jones Beach, those dunes.
All right. Fair enough.
Me too, man.
Fair enough.
Me
Well,
too.
that's great. All right, guys. So I'm gonna shut off the Facebook. I don't know what's going on with it this week, but I love you guys. I'm gonna finish up with this right now, but you know, invite some peeps because everybody needs some love and support, right? I'll talk to you soon. Bye, genies.